Design, and it's a style channel as well. And also Healing from the Heart Center, a sacred sanctuary for Black women. I'm in front of my beautiful bamboo hut. It was designed by me, but it was crafted by Bertie. And now we are creating a beautiful two-seater. They call it here two-seater. We say Loveseat, they say two-seater, and it is warm. This beautiful gazebo that is in back of me. And I am a Black American woman living in Ghana, West Africa. I've been here for 5 years. I used to live in Accra. I've also lived in the Cape Coast. But my number one favorite place of all places to live is the Volta region in Ghana, and I'm way up here. I'm in the countryside, and I love it, love it, love it with all my heart. So anyway, right now I am going. Thank you for the one person with thumbs up. Maybe it's somebody. I can't. I was on here earlier, and y'all was on here earlier too. And then I was on my other channel, High Elevation channel, and y'all was nowhere to be found. Hello, how are you? And now I want to show y'all the two-seater being started, the love seat that will be bambooed out. It's let me just make sure. It's just a hill. So Ratsy, it's just the uneven ground, right? It's just the uneven ground. That's why it's like this. If you put it on a flat ground, it'll be straight, right? Just want to make sure. Yeah. Beautiful. Good. They can see it better here too. Thank you. All right, y'all. So I am about to show y'all this beautiful two-seater. This is the beginning of it. Actually had to construct the frame first. So he constructed the frame. This is exactly what I wanted. This is exactly like the picturesque. And now they're cutting the bamboo, and then they're going to put the bamboo around it, and it's going to be in the same style. I'll show you when I come in the gazebo. I'll show you now. So this is the style. This was my inspiration because I wanted to have a flower box or a planter box. And once he did the planter box, I loved the style so much of it that I decided to let's do a two-seater, and let's also do a coffee table as well, okay? So this is what it's going to, so it's going to look, the bamboo is going to be around it like this, all around. So it's going to be around it on the front, the side, and the back. And then we're going to also do a top, but I'm going to have the top to be adjustable. I don't know how to say, like to be able to open up so we can use it for storage inside. So we'll do this. So we'll be able to take the whole top off. And then the back is going to have the bamboo that's just going straight across as well. And that's it. I don't need a side thing or nothing. I don't need an armrest. I guess technically that's not really an armrest, but we don't need an armrest. This is something because I want to be able to lay out and go to sleep and take a nap. And I already tested it. This is kind of like I have a two-seater, aka love seat, in my kitchen made from cane. So I know that I'm little, y'all. I'm like 5'1" and a half. I'm 5'2". Let's just say I'm 5 feet 2 inches. And if I'm 110, I'll be lucky. Okay. Good thing it's small packages. So and that, you see that right here, right? Then we're gonna make a coffee table to match low. I like low seating, and I like the low seating part. We did all the measurements, so it should be 4 feet by 2 feet, and we'll see. But it doesn't matter. It's beautiful, and I love the big wide back. I think that is pretty dope too. So, and then I'm gonna have cushions made for it. So cushions, and of course the cushion will go in the back as well. So it'll be very, very comfortable. Yes. Where are my normal people? Hey, Jorge. So that love seat is going to go right here. So it's going to be pushed back. This will be gone. This will be here. This is beautiful. This is not going to be gone. This is going to be up there. But it will be in front of this. So the seating will be in front of here. I had to take all my plants off this platform because I'm building another level, courtesy of one of my subscribers suggested it, and it was a good idea to put another level to the platform. So my plants will be a little higher, and then it'll be here, and then there'll be even some on the ground. And so we're waiting for the mason to come today. He's going to actually do it. Then we got to let it dry, and then the tiler will come, and then we will tile it. I will tile it with black tile, and then I'm going to paint this one wall a red. So black tile. It's really a terracotta color, That's what this is going to be. And I'm going to put masks, yes, African masks on the wall that can get wet in the rain and everything, and it's going to be beautiful. So that's what is going on. So just pretend that all this is gone. The two-seater chair is back here, right? All these plants are up here. Some are on the floor. One of them stays here. All the rest of these are back up here. And I got more plants for my crowd that's coming. But my two-seater will be here, and then the coffee table will be, or center table, depending on where you're from, will be in front, and and that's it. And that will be, I promise I will leave it alone. I know, I say that. I'm really not going to promise, because that's not the truth. Because I'm going to have them do one more thing. I'm going to have them do a trellis archway. A trellis archway. I was going to get the iron people to come, but you know what? I'm just going to do it made from bamboo, and it's going to be very simple. I know he can do that in no time. A trellis archway that's going to be very, very beautiful, very, very dope, very, very what's up, what's happening. And it's going to be a place to hang my creeping plants. I really want the passion fruit. I still kind of want the passion fruit, so maybe I'll get some passion fruit, and that'll be the thing that's hanging. So you'll have but it'll be an archway. So you walk in, and you'll have. And this is gonna be my food garden. From here on, it's the food garden. That's why I built this. We'll grow some greens, some kale, maybe some collards, but definitely kale, spinach, and collards, maybe, but definitely kale and spinach. I can't think of my other one, but it'll come to me, and then I'll know. I would love to grow some celery. So let's see how that works out. This is also lemongrass. This is scallions, a lemongrass over there. We got an avocado plant that's going to start. And then we got this blue butterfly pea leaf that is actually a tea leaf. So I consider that food. All the rest of these there is another food plant in here. This one. It's called Boko Boko, or AKA water leaf. The local name is Boko Boko. And this is an edible weed, and it flowers too. And so this you can eat. And so you know what? I'm just going to keep this in the garden, because technically it is food. So, and then all the rest of them will be up here, and the regular plants will be here. So the Loveseat, this is like so exciting. I don't know this Loveseat, because this is my little design too, because I designed this. Yeah, asked me how I want the bamboo to lay, the thickness of the bamboo, and I told him that I like this thickness. So everything is working out, y'all. Everything is working out, and I'm so happy. We got some new transplants, and so excited, so blessed, so pretty, so pretty. Now the bamboo's going on. Then we have to treat the bamboo. Once it's done, we'll have to treat the bamboo. He's splitting the bamboo. Yeah, and then once it's done, we'll have to treat the bamboo. And we'll treat it out there because the chemical smells terrible. But it's important to treat it. So we're going to treat the bamboo out there, and it'll get started on the table. Marty is so talented. Oh my God, I don't think I ever really met somebody that has never done carpentry work, never did bamboo work before until he started doing this. Now, let me show you his work, because he's a masterpiece. His work is a masterpiece. Let me show you his other work that he did. This young man right here. This is his work. So this bamboo hut, let me close the door. This bamboo hut, he did it. Just to show you the work. I gotta get some more branches, but this is the bamboo hut that this man did. I told him how I wanted it, and he did it. And it's gorgeous. It's a real hut. So now in the front, I know eventually in the front, I'm gonna move one of them rocks to the side, and I'm going to definitely have some plants out here as well. And I'll probably have them do another planter box, because I was going to do 3 planter boxes here, but I wound up changing that. I think I'll do a planter box out here, but it definitely won't be food. It'll be, what my girl suggested, it'll be flowers. It'll be flowers for sure. A beautiful flower box. Eventually. Maybe it'll even be, flowers will be the best. So that's what we're doing. And that's what it is. And I'm very, very excited. So if you are a family member, a viewer, a subscriber, a regular watcher, thumbs up. I don't know why YouTube is not telling you I'm here, but here's the bamboo. Now here's the bamboo being placed on, and like I said, we will preserve all of it, and it's a perfect 2C. It's exactly what I asked for. I'm very excited, very excited. So that's it. I gotta get my bike fixed too. Bike, I need to ride. So yay! And it's church too. Today's Sunday. Oh my God, that's gonna be that's gonna be such a cohesive design. Having the 2-seater that matches the planter box, that matches the center table. Ooh. Then I won't have to sit here anymore. I'll be able to sit there. And like I said, as soon as it gets made, then I'll get the measurements. Then I'll get a cushion, a chair cushion, bottom, and also one in the back. And then we'll decide on what fabric. As you said, we could do leather, which could be nice. A leather cushion. I think he said could actually take the rain. Because the thing is, when I get a regular cushion, every time it rains, I have to pull it out and out into the house, which is not a big deal. Yeah, I do need to know like what color. If I say I don't want the leather. I like in this case I like the fabric, and I would get. Tell you what I would get. I would get a green cushion, bottom and top, solid green, because that wall's going to be a red terracotta. Think about it. That platform is going to be black, and then I think the cushions of the bamboo will be green, and then you have a red, black, and green without having the red, black, and green, and then you have a red, black, and green, right? So, and I'm loving this right now, a red, black, and green, and then have red pillows, accent pillows, alongside that green, but straight. But the red maybe, you know what? Let me say something about that. Let's do the green cushions, and the pillows should be maybe something more natural, like a jute style or something. Because the red may not be the red that the terracotta's going to be, and it might actually clash a little bit. So I'll have to see, but I know the cushion's going to be green. Definitely going to be green cushions. Because the bamboo, after a while, this one still got a lot of green to it. Good morning, hey Jane. I'm so glad you're here, Jane. I'm gonna make you a moderator. I mean, everybody's been very well behaved, so. But just in case, Jane. Good morning. I'm so glad you're here, Jane. Let me show you the 2-seater. Okay. Well, we actually turned it upside down now, so you can't see it the same way. But so let me say that. Okay, let me go back to this. So you notice that when you first course cut the bamboo, because it's still connected to the root, it's green. But after some time, it turns this natural color, right? Normal thing makes so much sense. This is still holding its green, which is pretty amazing, huh? But eventually it'll turn natural color, as all the bamboo furniture and stuff will. So yeah, I'm loving it. I'm excited, and I'm happy. Now, I'm waiting for the mason to come so we can get the platform. You better follow my rules. You better follow my ruls. I already know I don't want him to come out further than this. The platform, because I measured it perfectly. I know the largest of these will fit on it with space. And I know there's even a little more room here. So maybe I can even stagger the rest of the plants. The way I did it, if he follows my direction, here's the line. Stop here. This is the platform. You get it? That's what we're doing. He's supposed to come today. We shall see. So excited. The 2-seater the back of it will hit this sock away thingy. So that, because I want all the maximum space I can get. And then the Loveseat will be in front of the center table, aka coffee table. Plants will be back here. We already know, and they're beautiful. They're looking good. We have a little beautiful. Okay. Then, Jane, we're going to do the garden trellis archway. trellis archway. Yeah, and I'm gonna do the bamboo. I was thinking about, girl, they got some people that deal with the metal here, and I was gonna do a metal one because I really want the passion fruit, and I know the passion fruit needs something heavy, or after a while it will break it. But I don't know, that's a whole other thing, the metal and I mean, it's not really a whole bunch of thing. I'm gonna go look at what I can see and see. But if not, I'll have Ratchet do a simple bamboo trellis, and I'll hang the they call it the money plant. We call it the pothos. They call it the money plant because it keeps growing and growing. So I love that that's the money plant to them because you want your money to keep growing. So I'm gonna call it what they call it. I'm gonna do the money plant since it's a creeping plant, a trellis plant. It will be absolutely beautiful, and I promise that would be the end. Every time I have to do something, I always think of something else to add because that's me, right? That is I. That is me. That is I. And yeah, so that's what we working with, ladies. That's what we doing, and I'm very excited. As you can tell, I'm a happy little girl. I'm a big girl. So yeah, so let me show you the chair. Let me show you the chair for those. So now it's turned on the other side, so you can't see it, but the size is perfect. Yeah, you can't really see because now it's turned on the back because Ratty's putting the bamboo on now, but it's the perfect size. Two-seater, see, same. Small, perfect. It's beautiful. He did the frame. Now he's putting the bamboo on it, and soon it'll be in the spot. But like I said, once he finishes, we'll put it in the spot to make sure it fits. Then he's going to take it out there because he got to put them chemicals on it, and then he'll take it out here. I got to ask Eric to take this rope off and take the other rope off as well. But anyway, it's coming along, so excited. And then that would be it, y'all. Once I do, this is happening, the mason's coming today. He said he's gonna do it too. He's not just coming to look at it. He's gonna actually have it done because it needs a day or two to dry. So then the tiler will come in. I already bought the tiles, so I might need more tiles. I don't think I did. I think what I got was actually more than enough. So now it will be just enough to do the platform, and then we'll put those. I'm gonna buy the maybe tomorrow. See how my money come. Maybe tomorrow I will buy the terracotta so we can just get that red going. Since that will be ready soon, I will go to my seamstress. She's been calling me, and I'm gonna get the cushions made. That's her. She can do that. And I'm gonna get green cushion covers, green fabric. That's what I want because it's gonna hit off the red terracotta wall, the black platform, the two-seater or Loveseat with the green fabric. It's going to be stunning against the green plants that'll be in the back, on the black and the red. Then that green here. And then we're doing red, black, and green without trying. And I really want the masks here. I'm gonna do the old mask because the old masks are already faded out like this wood. I'm thinking it's gonna work because, again, of course, rain, it's the rain season. So we have to deal with the rain. But like I said, when you look at this piece and this piece, I mean, I've had these for 5 years, but I've had it in the garden for 2 years and they are still intact. I mean, there's a cracks or two here and there, but I think that's because they fell. Because this side has no cracks. I don't think it's from the weather. I think it's because they fell, especially this one. But I mean, pretty. That means that the termites or the animals is not eating them. And that's really the number one. So that shows you, good morning, how are you? Good. That looks so good against that green. Doesn't that look beautiful? So I'm thinking about if the masks are made, it would be nice to put shelving. To get that, put some shelving up in this bad boy against that. And that's another thing if they can do it, but that's for too much. But the masks, if they stayed this way, and they do, because I've seen them for years, the rain won't bother them and the mask will be on the wall. And that would be such a unique outdoor afrocentric garden. I mean, you don't often see that. So I think that's a whole design, right? And then, yeah, we'll let our food grow, and very, very happy, y'all. Like, ecstatic right now, okay? Ecstatic. So I'm really about to do that. We're gonna go in the house because I had to dry my clothes in the house after the rain, so much rain. And now look at the sun. It says I'm out today, and this is the formula of growing incredible plants: rain and sun. So let's go inside and let's take these clothes because I think most of them are dry. Let's collect the clothes. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited. So let's see. Is everything dry? Let's stay alone. It's mostly dry. No, I guess it's called patience, honey. Patience. So we're just gonna leave it alone because ain't nobody bothering nobody. I got clothes everywhere. Sorry. Yeah. Stuff is still wet. But I need to tidy up. All righty. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. I hope you're just filled with light in your life. I hope all your dreams are coming true. I hope you feel tranquil and peaceful and loving. And I hope that you are getting your house together because it is summertime. So I love to hear from y'all. Hey, Aisha. I would love to hear from y'all. What are you all doing around the house for the summer? Are you doing anything new? Do you have a little bit of a garden, even if it's a outdoor stairs at the back door or a windowsill or a deck? I started my first garden when I was in Oakland, California, and I had a deck. It was a French doors open off the living room, and it was a deck, and oh my God, I went crazy. I got very excited, and I did a lot, and then I didn't care for it. And I was in the day, I was like, oh wow, you got to care for this. But I love it. I'm going to care for it. Like here, the rainy season helps a lot, so that's not as much you have to do to just have everything grow. It's just going to grow without you. I think that's like the best gardening to me. But once the dry season where I'm going to have to, and simply they just say you just water twice a day. You water early in the morning, early in the evening. But we're in rainy season, so we're going to have to be in rainy season for a while, and I don't have to really worry about that right now. I could be concerned, so yes. I'm excited, but I do have to. I'm gonna start bringing food in, and once I bring the greens in, there's a thing. I'm gonna get my seedlings from a company called Soul Green, and they also sell the neem already mixed for you and everything that you can buy to spray on the plants so that the bugs won't like them. And I know for a fact that I'm growing kale, and I'm going to grow spinach because I've grown the spinach before, very easy. The kale, I was moving back and forth. I couldn't give it the attention it needed. But the spinach grew without me even doing anything. It just needed a bigger pot, more space. So the spinach is going inside that planter's box. The kale is going inside that planter box. And I think I want to try celery, believe it or not. The celery, you can eat the leaves as well as the celery itself. But I got to see what they have available. I would love to grow a lemon tree. I know, I'm really going for it. And I like to somehow have their lemon tree be inside the ground. I'm also growing lemongrass, but I'm pretty sure, I keep saying it, that I'm going to take the lemongrass out of the pot and put it in the ground so it could really go free. And then this way, I can use the pots, those 2 pots, to actually put more plants in it, even if it's small, to start seedlings or whatever. But yeah, I want a garden that attracts butterflies with the pollinators, and yeah, I would love that, butterflies. And so I got some flowering plants. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do some. Anyway. So yeah, hey Mimi. All the colors in the house looks fantastic. Oh, thank you. I got my whole house here. It's none of the laundry dry because it's been raining in for the last 2 or 3 days. Finally, I had to do the laundry yesterday, and of course it rained while it was on the line. It rained again, and I was like, just take it down and let it dry in the house. So we're doing that. Thank you. Just got a new apartment, so I'm excited to put more plants in my house. Yay! Congratulations. So that's what one of your new apartment. That's a whole project for the summer. That's something to do. I love it. Congratulations. Hey Nicole, where is here? It is in Ghana, West Africa. I'm in Ghana, West Africa. Nicole says kale is super easy to grow. Celery too. Thank you, Nicole. I'm so glad to know that. Hey, bonjour, bonjour. Djamel, I don't know, Djamel, bonjour. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm waiting for these clothes to dry. I'm gonna take them out, put them away, and then I think my apartment is already done. I just want to add some masks. I got some pictures that's not on the wall that I want to put on the wall. The biggest thing I got to do is the kitchen cabinets, y'all. The ones that have been with me for a while. I've been talking about them kitchen cabinets for a while, and I haven't done it because I didn't have a carpenter. I just didn't have. I bought one carpenter, and it did worse. It made it worse. The old cabinets I have. So now that I have access to great carpenters, in fact, I'm just gonna let Ratty do probably the shelves because he's really good. Well, I'm asking him to do the. Matter of fact, we're gonna talk to Ratty about the kitchen cabinets right now before he leaves. What we can do with the reclaimed wood, because I got some wood that I found that's actually been in front of the house forever, and we can think about that because I want him to do the bamboo. But anyway, let's talk about the kitchen cabinets. That's coming with the bamboo. They'll have doors or gates, the gates as they say. And we'll do the cabinets completely over and the gates of bamboo. And in my kitchen will be nothing left to do, not even one thing. Maybe I'll spray paint the Loveseat black. That's the only other thing. That's the only other thing. And that's it for the kitchen. The living room, nothing, except maybe another fresh coat of paint for the orange. I think I'm gonna go to a car and buy the good orange so that I can actually have a pop of good orange color. And then I just need some masks that I've been looking at for a while that I want to get. And that is it. For the bedroom, I do need some artwork, but it has to speak to me. And that's it. The bedroom is fine. Everything, I spent 2 years on this apartment, so if I don't have this together, then I don't have nothing together. I feel like I have a big space. Because this one, it's a one bedroom. The bedroom, I'm in the living room. That's the kitchen. It's outdoor kitchen, but I really made it into a kitchen. Here, they all made just for like people would just go out in the front area and they would use it to pound fufu or cook on the coal stoves or the cylinder stoves. So, but I decided to really make it a kitchen with a sink and, creating the bamboo windows and cabinets and painting it and, refrigerator, like a straight kitchen, you feel me? But I also have a bamboo hut I call out, which is we call a gazebo. It makes like you got more, it makes your house is automatically bigger. If you can have a patio, some front deck, a gazebo, and you have that in the front, in the good weather, especially being in the States, you have an entirely another space. And it adds because you're not spending all that, if you love it out there and it's beautiful weather, you're spending the majority, I read out there, I sleep out there. Okay, I could. Got a personality that I really don't sit down that much, but I would read out there. I have taken naps out there when I had another configuration of the gazebo. And what else? I read, I can read, you can sleep, you can eat, you can do your videos. If you got a little table in front of you, it can be an outdoor office as well. So it just adds to the property. Hey y'all, sorry. I'm still working on the guest house. All this is done simultaneously. This is my thing, and this is how I can see what's happening. I would like my space, because it's mostly done, completed before I do the other space, because this space has been waiting so long. And the things here is so little, But I'm going to need Ratty over at the other place now. That's my bamboo guy. because I need him to do his magic, uh, do his magic with the cabinets that we're making. And I'm asking him, what can we do and how can he help us? Because I don't need this carpenter to come. He can do it. And I will get it done. And it'll be beautiful. So I'm very excited. So yeah, y'all, I'm so happy. So yeah, y'all gonna tell me what y'all doing. How much does it cost you? How much does what cost me? Sounds nice. Nicole Hart. Exactly. Let me know. Nicole Remedy Seekers. How much does it cost? I don't usually talk price of what I pay, but how much does what cost me? Let me know. What part of what part? Yeah, I don't really share that because, why don't I share? Because sometimes I'm being blessed. Sometimes everybody's different. And that means that because it might give you a price and you go say like, no, they said it wasn't, and I'll be like, oops. So for many reasons, I feel like you offer them here, you tend to they do the work, and then you ask them how much, and then they'll say whatever you want to give. Sometimes in the beginning you negotiate what it will be, and then you give them what you can. Our crowd prices are different in the countryside. It depends on which, and I mean this, when I say it depends on which vendor or artisan or craftsperson that you get, that one, I've been here and some of the stuff they quoted on kitchen cabinets and all big, even the brother that's indigenous here, the brother that's from here, he's like, when I negotiate with them, you gotta stay in the house and they gotta know, they gotta think it's not even your place. Because as soon as they hear my American accent, I'm paying stuff that I feel like I'm in the States. I mean, that's what they'll be quoting. So that's why I really say I stay away from what that is. Yeah. It was this idea about, like I was saying, I was talking about before. Thank you, so cool. Do you enjoy living abroad? Great. I love it. I love it. I've been here for 5 years, Nicole, and I'm not going back to the U.S. Since. So, I mean, that kind of say a lot, right? Cape Coast, I've lived by the water. I've lived in Accra a few times. Actually, I've had 3 apartments in Accra. But at one time I had like 5. I mean, if you just a little stuff. Because at one time I had 3 apartments in one building. I was trying to do this little Airbnb thing, and I had 3 apartments because 1 I lived in and 2 I was going to do a little rentals. And the building just was a new build and it had a lot of problems and it wasn't worth it. So it was kind of far out too. It was in a place called Weja or Tetegu. Tetegu was the neighborhood. But I did attempt. I was about it. And then I had the wrong people around me that didn't understand business and what I was trying to do, what I was wanting to do. But I've been in the Fulton region for 2 years, or in the countryside. It's still our class. It's 6 whole hours away from my crowd. That's a long way. I'm very close to Togo. It's not too far. And I love it. I love all of Ghana. I love all of my experiences in Ghana. But the countryside is where my heart lives. But one day I will have an apartment again, because I have an apartment now in Accra, but I'm moving because let me tell y'all, honey, the dollar and the city is doing way better than the dollar in a lot of ways. The dollar is going down, the city is going up and becoming stronger, which I'm so happy for Ghana on that. Happy for them, not so happy for us. So I just can't do the apartment in here when I got a business that I'm operating here and I need to be here. So I'm doing a guest house. Yeah, so I love the countryside. It has my heart. The countryside is, I'm only here, so there's no like, oh, I can go to Accra when I get tired of the country. No. I'm committing that this is where I'm staying, and it's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place. Living abroad, every place has its ups and downs. Every place is an adjustment. You live abroad, then you also deal with a culture shock. That's more in the beginning, the first year or 2, maybe in 3. By the 5th year, cultural shock, nope, don't have that no more. Don't have that. I don't have that. So I've been embraced by the community, which is a big deal. This is not Accra. Everybody and anybody can go to Accra, and you would do well. You would do well. I promise you. If you like the city, especially Accra is an exciting, very exciting city. So much to do, and it has everything. It's a fun city. There's no doubt about it. There's a vibe up in Accra. You know, um, the countryside is a whole other level. It's quiet, serene. That's what it mostly is. It's not gonna be changing too much more from that. It's natural living. So it just depends what you have in your mind, you know. And yeah, and maybe you could have a countryside and a crop apartment. And so eventually, once I start generating some decent income, I will definitely be getting another apartment in Accra. Yeah, we're gonna go back in there again. Right now, I gotta buckle up. Yes, I'm renting. Yeah, housing. Thank you. So, okay, cool. Okay, I missed all of those. So I'm renting, but I do have some land too. I do have land. I have 4 plots of land in this region, the Goodson region. So that's come too. I heard it's important to live near an airport. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Well, there's the neighborhood I'm in now is Osu. You're right near the airport. You're right near the airport. So it depends. Everybody needs something different. The city is great for living near the airport, having accessibility to almost everything. I found that the things that I had accessibility to really overall, it was things that I really didn't need. It was just, I had accessibility to everything. You kind of go crazy and you start buying all this stuff because you can. And then you realize your money is chopped. You know, a crowd will chop your money, you know. I just found that for me, like, yo, that's what really happened. Like, I realized that, yes, oh my God, I have accessibility to everything. 24-hour across the pharmacy. This means like I can get batteries if I need it, or, you know, toothbrushes. But, you know, just buy it in the daytime here, you'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? I was accessible to a lot of the health foods, right, that I would maybe get in the States, because I'm a vegan, I've been vegan for like 35 years, but most of the stuff that I had access to were like the box foods, the cookies in the box, the crackers in the box, the you know, it was all this stuff that, I mean, I absolutely did not need, but because I could, I did it. Now I just eat locally. More places to shop with clothes that I don't need. Like, I can have all my clothes made. And I got my best seamstress I ever had, but not in Accra, which I've had seamstresses in Accra, is right here in the Volta region. So it's the accessibility to transportation. I mean, but I can always, we got motos, so I can always go everywhere I want to go here. They have the station that takes you back to Accra. You can go to Ho, which is the capital of the Volta region. You can go to other Volta region. So, but do you want a simpler life? That's not for everybody. Like the younger generation, I'm almost 60 years old, so the younger generation might not, you know, want to be up here. Although there's a whole bunch of young people that live up here, you know, it's their home, it's there where they live. But for where I am right now, it's perfect because I realized something. If I keep, when I had an apartment there and an apartment here, that back and forth, you can't grow your business if you're always moving around. And particularly the particular business in hospitality that I'm doing, I need to be settled. And I feel like at my age, I feel like with the state of the world and the kind of unpredictability of the world, I feel like we should be knowing how to grow our food, we should be living simply, and we should be living cheaply. And in countryside, way cheaper. So you don't have accessibility to the things that you actually really don't need. And the fact that we get all that stuff, for me, I found was it was trying to fill a space that those things could never do. But yet nature, the trees, the gardens, it fills that space because that space is one with the divine. And that's the space that needs to be filled. So for me, I've been left a crowd the first time, but I was with a partner who was younger, and he needed a crowd, and just plain and simply. So he could never quite settle in, and I understood that because I work online, so I was getting my money, doing online work, and he couldn't do that. So it wasn't very settling for him, so it wasn't settling for me. But now we're not together, and I can come up here and really live this life while building a business. But I still say I would love to have an apartment in Accra that I know that I would actually go to. I would actually have an apartment in Accra that when I'm not there, someone else can be there. If I could do that with the apartment I got now, I would keep that apartment. But unless I got somebody special and my landlord lady likes them, she's very strict, then I can't. Now, but I ain't got to call a sister to see if she still wants the apartment, because if she does, then I can actually keep my apartment in Accra. So we'll see how it works. We'll see how it works. We'll see how it works. But thank you. Can you find organic food there? Yes. Does Amazon deliver there too? No, but they have other things. Amazon, I think, may deliver here. When I go on Amazon, someone says we don't deliver there. Someone says Amazon does deliver. But you don't need Amazon here. You have a couple of places. You have one called Jumia. They deliver, and they're local. And there's another one called Gigi. That's another like African Amazon. So you have, and they work, and they're great, and they work, which is, again, very important. So there you go. I think that, let me ask you this. Like, are you American? Are you American? I think your mind gotta get out of, why would you want the stuff still from America when you're here? Because first of all, they got places that actually have some American stuff. They even got like supermarkets like ShopRite. There used to be another one, but it went out of business. I can't remember what it's called now. But and then they got the Malcolm, which also has foods and and other things. So they do have those kind of things. But I just wanted to ask, why would you would you move abroad but you still want American stuff? Because Amazon, I think of Amazon, I think of American stuff, right? Am I right? Or wherever they really make it, probably all sourced from China, but you know what I'm saying. I just want to understand it, because somebody help me understand it. Why would you leave your home country to come to another country, but still want the things from your home country? It's a lot cheaper to live locally, even in the States, but it's a lot cheaper to live locally. And why don't we get into exactly, and it's not being sarcastic. I mean, I really want to know, because I ain't been in the States in 5 years, so I forgot a lot. Y'all be helping me. And maybe somebody else could speak on it. Why do you think, maybe Nicole, since I will not know my way around a new country, I want to make sure I get the items that I need. But that's the whole point. You'll never learn your way around a new country if you're going to get the items you need. If you really were going to move here, you should bring everything that you need to hold you for a few months. Because in a few months, I promise you would know. If you're in Accra, it's a city. It's a city. There's not much that you're not going to be able to get. I mean, just straight up. Now, let's talk about organic foods. Yes, in some places, all the food is organic. The pesticide and stuff is not even as plentiful, especially when you start going to the developing countries. The other thing, if you get land, you have room to grow. But yeah, I would say organic food is a lot more easier because they have a lot less chemicals. So there's a natural way. And then there's a place, and I can help you up, it's called Soul Green. And they actually sell nothing, they grow nothing but organic foods. And you can order it, they can either deliver it or you pick it up every week. And it's every vegetable that you could think about that we would eat in the States, and it's all organic, guaranteed. And they have fruits as well. So you can get organic stuff. But I think that's the market. You know what? I find the people who don't do that, the best here are the ones that haven't really transitioned their mind to being in another country. Because you'll compare this place to America, and it will never compare to America. It will never. And that's the first thing. I was blessed that I had traveled to Trinidad and Tobago many times. And then I went to the I went to the Dominican Republic, Colombia, what was the other place, y'all? Trinidad, Tobago, Dominican Republic, Colombia, and even a place off the seacoast called Sapelo Island. So I was used to that. I'm here now, and this is what I have access to, and I grew to love it. I not only grew to love it, I preferred it over the American way. So, I mean, Ghana will get there. I mean, you can live, let me tell you, first of all, so you can live in places like East Legon, the continent, where you could have the lifestyle very much more like America, but you're going to pay. You're going to pay. If money is not an object, then those are the places you go. But you're still going to walk out to the reality of how the most people live. You're still going to see it. You're not going to be able to shield yourself from it. So I always wonder about that. But I find the people that do well, that can adjust, that's the ones that can adjust to living in a developed country, but also you miss out on the beauty of living in that country when we look for what we already have. You feel me? So yeah. Thank you for the support from South Africa. That's the one thing, if I could say, as a Black American living in Ghana, let go of the whole American expectations, the American way of life. And there are other countries that I think you would do better if you really want that. I haven't been there, but since we have a person from South Africa, I hear South Africa probably would be a better country. Maybe even Rwanda, a little more developed, a little more, Kenya, I'm thinking too. I don't know if Ghana might be it. It sounds like you feel completely safe there. Yes, absolutely. Oh, yeah, safer than cities in the states, excuse me. Places in the States. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That one's easy. But, yeah, Africa ain't for everybody. I'm going to say that. Because, especially Americans, you think you might want to do it. Travel and stay for a while and then see. I tell everybody that. Like I said, I had a conversation with a woman, and I want her to know if she's watching, like, I'm still willing to help you to get here. But culturally, the way you connect to the people. I know I did a video where you showed me standing my ground, but that's not a video I wanted people to think like, yeah, I'm that way. I cuss the mother effer out, which I wasn't cussing nobody out. That's not, you don't do that right away. You don't stand up like that right away. You get to know it. You got to be very respectful. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Papa, mommy. You got to know the greetings. You got to know how you come. You're a stranger in another people's home. So it's a way that don't watch me do everything to know, because she's been here for a while. She's established herself. And that's the culture shock. And a lot of people, when I first got here too, I had my complaints and I was this and that, and I was like, okay, you know what? This is not going to work if you're going to try to live here and complain. But that culture shock will get you, but some people get them so much they just never come back again, or they leave, or they complain, or the people don't like them. And you want to be loved and respected. But it takes time, It takes time. So it's like a whole new world. And so you got to come, the people that are going to do the best are the open-minded people, are the people that probably traveled more, and not just travel, because some people travel, but they stay in the best hotels and the best this. When you come here, that reality, you might not be able to do that, or you might be able to do that, stay. Have an open mind. Thank you for subscribing, Nicole. Is it better than the U.S.? Now that right there sounds, that's an interesting question. That's a good question. You mean, is it better to me than the U.S.? Because it depends on who you ask. Some will say, heck no. And better in what? Because you don't want to, you can't compare the two. It's not fair. Ghana is how old? And the U.S. is how old? It's not fair. So, but if you ask me, do I like it better than the U.S.? I do. And I don't think I could ever live in the U.S. again. But I didn't hate the U.S. when I lived there. I didn't dislike the U.S. when I lived there. I'm saying living there, I was just fine. But that lifestyle, the weather, the worry of everything else, but the weather, I don't know if I don't think I can do that again. I think the culture shock would be now a reverse culture shock if I went back. Something in the air here. It's something, I'm so used to it that I know that America would seem so disconnected. So I feel like I love community here. I love how most people are outside more than they're indoors watching TV. I love that people have a simpler way of living instead of we're unhappy in America too. We just buy a whole bunch of stuff that pacify us for a little while. I love that that's kind of you can have all that here, but it's not necessary. Yeah, I love the weather, to be honest. I love that everybody's black. I love that part. I do love that part, you know. Um, yeah, I don't know if I can go to the supermarkets anymore for food instead of the market lady at the market. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I could be in the big old department stores. I mean, Malcolm is just enough for me, you know, when I need that, when I don't really do that as much. So I don't know if I have to be so worried about how I'm going to eat when you got so much availability of land and farming where you can literally grow your own food. Your food grow itself, you know. Um, I think it's a vibration that you can't compare vibrations. You can't compare energies, although you can compare energies. But I don't think compare, you can say, I like this energy, I don't like that one. But to compare the two, just not for me. I don't, honestly, if people ask me, do you miss the U.S.? I don't miss it, but I did not dislike it when I left. That's one point I want to make. So to say I don't, no, this is it. This is good. Like, I'm gonna be here. This is where I like to stay. But it's a great question. From the U.S. Is it hard to date there? Do you only date other Americans? No, I don't date Americans at all. The Americans don't date Americans. Let me tell you, the American men do not come here for American women. It's like, why bring sand to the beach, honey? They come to date the Ghanaian women, and the Ghanaian women typically, only thing I ever actually know is they date the Ghanaian man. It's hard to date because as a diasporan, you are perceived to have money, and if you meet the wrong people, if you meet somebody that don't have money or don't have a standard way of living, they're using you. Period. End of story. They ain't in love with you. They're using you. Period. Just keep it real. Keep it a buck. Keep it 100. They're using the hell out of you. And that's just the truth. I don't care what nobody say. For something, your house, your food, a warm bed for the night, the hot water, it could be that low. Eventually, no. So in that way, I say it's harder. But if you go and you date men that have a little something, typically Ghanaians that actually say rich Ghanaians, and they are. I shouldn't even put in the quotes. Some of them richer than people in America. They are rich Ghanaians. They typically have arranged marriages. I mean, maybe I'm just getting cut to the chase. I mean, I understand if you are this family, you're not going to let your son or your daughter marry any old person. We're trying to keep the wealth in the family and also in the generation. So they tend to be already promised to a girl that goes to their mama's church or daddy's church or part of the, they're not letting their daughters or their sons marry just anybody. So they do have side chicks now. If you want to be one of those, they got those for sure. I'm just saying, I wouldn't think of arranged marriages, they're probably totally faithful. I don't think that's probably happening, but they do tend to have arranged marriages. I'm just saying, if they don't know. I know a lot of people don't really realize that. Now you got the middle class. The middle class, you should only date them if they have access to traveling abroad. If they go to the visa office and keep getting turned down for a visa, you don't want to date them. Because once they have access to abroad and can travel back and forth, they're not thinking about getting with you in hopes that you'll one day go back to America and they're going to get that American status. So in that way, it makes it more difficult. But they are ones that can travel back and forth. And I think those are the ones you date. There are middle class Ghanaians that usually too, you know what I find, but maybe it's changing. It's changing, especially the Africans in the States. I think they marry openly American women because they are American in their own way too, But typically here, if you have a certain family that's pretty decent, that is middle class, especially if you're rich, but if you're middle class, you have options. the women here are absolutely, absolutely beautiful. And why not marry a woman who shares your ethnicity, means she eats the same food, your family has the same religious belief, you have the same customs, the same culture, the same outlook on life. They would probably, because they can actually get a woman. Now, if you're poor, which is a lot of people, I'm gonna say majority, I can't even say I don't know, then you are desperate and you are in survival mode. So, and then again, I'm an older woman. I would love for us to ask women in their 30s, women in their 20s, even women in their 40s. I'm almost in my 60s. I'm in a whole other level already. So I would love to ask younger people what those chances are. But dating is definitely, you can date. I mean, there's a dating scene, and Joshi and Accra, yeah. But I think there's some decent Ghanaian men and decent Ghanaian women. I don't know the Ghanaian women that I know that's going with Black American men. They are the ones that don't really have anything. Typically, I think Ghanaian women would date Ghanaian men if the their men had something. Because Ghanaian women, they don't do broke. Broke is not what they doing. Ghanaian women rarely date a broke man. If you ain't got no money, that's not even nothing to consider. And we should take a page out of that book. So, come see. But they're fun and they're beautiful and they're handsome and I think they are attracted to us on some levels, but I think we actually get on their nerves too, because we don't understand the culture, they understand ours. And a lot of us too, we come here, I'm meeting them, we're very toxic too. I mean, Black American women, we come, a lot of us could be, because I think we've been hurt so much and just so angry, but they've been these really unresolved issues. And when we come here, we just come with a lot of expectations, possessiveness. I'm talking about my own toxicity that will come out. So if you've had negative relationships and you did not heal those relationships when you were in the States, they're going to be, I don't know how you make some lists. It's going to be more, I don't know. It's going to come out more. There's a word for that, but yeah. So that's that. I know, that's real. I know, it's true. It's like everybody's like, oh, I asked the question, she gave the answer. But that's just my opinion, and it could be something else. Washers and dryers, they sell washer and dryers here, so you can easily get one. But the units don't come, maybe places in Accra where you're paying good money, then you probably will. Okay, typically, if you're going to get an apartment here, they typically don't come with a stove, or the oven, the stove, or a refrigerator. Those are things you buy, and when you leave, you take it with you. But because things have become more Americanized, or then you can get some of the, if you want to pay in dollars, like $2,000 and $3,000 a month in Ghana and Accra, I'm sure they give you a washer and dryer, a refrigerator, and a stove. I don't know actually, but I would think that they are. But you can certainly buy a washing machine and a dryer at the local Malcolms and stuff like that. So they sell them here. But no, I'm in the countryside. I didn't even have a sink in my place. Some of the places, a lot of them do have sinks, but I didn't even have that. I lived in Osu. Osu was a very decent place to live in Accra, and you still brought in your own refrigerator and your own, if you want to wash and dry, you brought that in, and you want a stove, you brought that in. So, yeah. But I feel like Nicole, like I said, I'm only talking for Ghana because I don't know South Africa, I don't know Rwanda, I don't know Kenya. Those places might have those things. And there's levels to Ghana. Again, you want to live in the higher end neighborhoods, and they probably have those things there. I think I'm more talking to like the middle income Black American. A lot of Black Americans or diasporas that come, to be honest, a lot of them want to buy land. They want to have a piece of the pie. And then they'll build, you know what I see with diasporans? We will come buy land and build those places that are more comparable to American standards. Now that's what we do. That's what we do. So if you want those, there's so many diasporans that have built beautiful towns, communities that have everything you want. And those I recommend to many Black American people. So you're asking good questions. I thank you. I appreciate your knowledge. Thank you. You're welcome. Because I was saying, I was talking to a sister, and she asked a legitimate question: why do the diasporans come, build these wonderful 35-unit places, apartments, communities, whatever, and charge so much? Because they're providing a service that is not really here, and our basics sometimes is not the basic. Our basics is sometimes their luxury. Do you get it? So we're providing the things that you're used to. The thing that makes the water hot, so the hot water, maybe a bathtub, the refrigerator already there, the washer and dryer, the oven stove, things that, and that costs here because those are not everyday items here. So that's number one. Installation, better building materials. This is why the charge is there. Because they have to invest differently because that's not the norm. What is our norm in the States is not the norm here. And they make it, so sometimes they have their own, they have solar system, they have the generators because the lights go out, right? They have the borehole with the water so it always will run. This is what you're paying for, you should. Some of them have, I saw communities where they have organic garden where you can actually go and pick your own food or help the community to grow it, or they have their own little markets there, organic, off the grid, but I mean, some of them are just, they're beautiful because you don't find that. Oh, that's not the norm. It's becoming more, and a lot of us is becoming that way because we're building it because we know what America's like. So, as I said, if you see a diasporan building facilities, support them. If you could afford it, live there. You might like it better. So there are communities for everyone. Yeah. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Thank you so much. I will see y'all in the next video. I got a low battery, and I want to see. Let's go see what my bamboo guide is doing, and then that's it. Do you find expat communities there that are gated and security? Yes, yes, yes. Those are the ones I'm talking about. Absolutely, gated security. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, if you have any more questions, you can go to the description box. And thank you. And we can do a one-on-one consultation because that's a lot of energy, especially for a channel that that's not what I really base my channel on, is all that information stuff. But if anybody wants a one-on-one consultation, I would be happy to do it. This is actually Afrocentric Home Design, so I just really like to talk about design. I think there's a place to say what you talk about because that kind of drains me a little bit to answer all those questions. If I could be very honest. This is Afrocentric Home Design, and it's also very spiritual. But I will do those I will do those in a consultation form, because that's a lot of information, and I had to gain that information in 5 years of going through the school of hard knocks and living in Ghana, child. It was a school of hard knocks. I do need you to know. I gained a lot, and I can see why people actually charge for it, because it's like a lot of information. And it's not like even a topic that I'm that interested in at that. I'm this Afrocentric Home Design and spiritual, because I will get spiritual now. I'm spiritual, and I really want to focus on that. But if you want a consultation, go into the description box, and you can all figure out how. You're very welcome. Yes, I'm so glad you discovered today. I'm not really actually talking specifically to one person. It's a lot of information. It's stressful. I feel like every time I talk about it, it's so stressful. It's coming at me, and that's not why I'm here. That's not why I'm here. And I'll make it clear, too. Actually, I'm sorry. I shouldn't even say I do consultations on it, because actually I don't. Because I remember saying that. I don't even do consultations on, but I want you to Google. You can Google, they call them relocation specialists. And they are people that got whole channels around how to move to Ghana. There's a wonderful channel, Nicole, you're going to love. Her name is Ivy Prosper, Prosper. She wrote a book, a guide on how to move to Ghana, and she has great information. There is another couple. It's a Black American couple, but I think the wife is half the name, maybe half, I don't know. She's light skinned and he's kind of brown, dark skinned, and I wish I could. They got so many videos on cost of living in Ghana, different places in Ghana. They do a great job. And but Ivy Prosper, go to her channel. Her channel is called Ivy Prosper. I think that would be so much better for y'all. There's so many. If you go to YouTube and look for relocation specialists, Google that in Ghana. There are organizations. I think there's one called Sankofa something. They are great. There's so many. It's not me. I'm not. So I'm lying. I won't even do a consultation. Consultation won't even happen. Love your channel for design. Thank you, Mimi. Yeah, because I know I'm getting a lot of new people, and I know you're asking a lot of questions, but I'm not that. I can't do it. I'm doing design over here, and I do spiritual stuff too. Like I'm spiritual, but all the rest of that, it's not me. Let me tell you what I mean, because I do want to take time for this. I'm not even the best person. I would want you to get the best up-to-date information, and I don't think I have that. So that's what I mean. I'm not the best person. I can tell you my experiences. If you ask me about my experiences, I might share that, but it won't be question answer. I'm not me. That ain't really me. But there are people that it's way better, and you should definitely. Another thing, okay, I'm going now. I'm more honest here. I'm not that bougie, so washer dryer in the space, and do you feel safe? And it's a little, it's like it feels a little kind of like white people scared of black people in Africa. I'm not saying that's you. It's not me. I'm a little more down. I'm a little more for the people. I live more amongst the people. Like I would never be interested in living in a African American community away from the Ghanaians. Like it was not. I can't even. I never went in the country and wanted to stay with the expats. Like this is so not me. I lived in the Cape Coast and I had to jump out the window to get out. Well, no, I didn't want to play. I didn't like it. It's not me. It's funny to me. I don't even know why people do it, but I understand that there's different strokes for different folks. So I'm not that person. I'm really for this. I got a job, or I got a little online business, and I really want to move to Ghana. Is it possible for me? So I'm more for the everyday Black American living abroad, as opposed to, honestly, let me tell you about wash and dry, because this actually helps the community. There's always a local woman or girl that needs the work of doing the laundry. So she washes it underneath here or here in the shade, and then we hang it on the clothesline. So I do have a dryer and a washer. Let me show you the washer. Let me show you the washer. Let me show you the washer that I have. Show you the washer. You see that green bowl, that blue bowl? That's my washer. Okay, Jane, thank you so much. That's my washer. And let me show you my dryer. It's fancy. You're gonna love it. It's eco-friendly. Let me show you the dryer. Oh, this is beautiful right there. See this line? This is the dryer. That's kind of who I am. I live amongst the people too. It's challenging, but always double and depends on your tolerance. Yes, it does. It is challenging. And thank you, Mimi. It is challenging. Definitely, Ghana's challenging. And there is that when you do live among people that it's a choice. It's a choice. Because I know a lot of people in the expat communities, they just be driving each other crazy too, child. They be driving each other crazy too. So I agree with you. Pick your poison, right? Pick your poison. Live. Yeah, it's not easy. I mean, Mimi, just in all fairness, good. We're 100% perfect. Yeah, okay. I love you. Thank you. So yeah, that's it. But they do have washer dryers. You can buy them. They have facilities that have them as well. And it's funny because I can do both. I always say, I'm good. Like I'm good. I really know. I've done both, and I don't know what it is. And it depends on the people because living in another country is quite frustrating anyway. 100% kind. That's right, Nicole. Living in another country is definitely a learning curve. You know what I'm saying? A learning curve. Excuse me. I said curve, but a learning curve is for sure. It's more than an ocean. All right. Anyway, I'm going out. We're going down. It looks so pretty. Okay. I'm going down. Yeah, we'll cover. The sides, cover the sides, yes. Okay, y'all. Anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. I ran out of battery, so now I can't see. But I love y'all. See you in the next one. Peace. Yes, the countryside. Ooh, Mimi, come on back.